Hey party people. You know that this channel really focuses on minimalism and modern aesthetics and really simple, professional looking, versatile bags that you can use to carry all your gear and travel and stay really minimalist and stylish. But sometimes you just want to have a little bit of fun too. I've never really mentioned it on this channel much, but I'm a huge nostalgia fiend. I was born in 1986 and I grew up in the early to mid 90s was the bulk of my childhood, and it left a huge impression on me. I love all the fonts, the advertisements, the toys, the video games, the movies, the TV shows, the commercials. Everything about that era just really speaks to me. And as I'm pushing 40 now, it's kind of that nostalgia trip that a lot of people go on. And this sling bag really spoke to me. I wanted to travel back to the early to mid 90s and see what it was like to go knock on your friend's door. Back in the age before cell phones, before the internet, when you really had to get to know your friends' families. Instead of being able to just text them and tell them you're coming over or that you're outside, you had to call their house, talk to their parents, introduce yourself, ask for them. Or in the summertime, you'd get up at the butt crack of dawn and you'd walk over to their house and you'd knock on their door, talk to their parents, and see if they could come out and play. This sling bag spoke to me in that way because the Super Nintendo was the first gaming console I ever got. That was one of the best Christmases of my life. That and the Technodrome are still my two favorite Christmas presents that I've ever received in my life. So Super Nintendo games have a really special place in my heart. And when I saw this sling bag from Toka, it really spoke to me. This is the Dino pallet bum bag from Toka. It retails for $40 US. It's made from corduroy. It has a really nice kind of corduroy exterior, very stylish and cool looking. The interior is polyester. And then you have a woven nylon strap that's adjustable and has a little plastic buckle on one side. You have one large main compartment and one smaller outer compartment. And it's just overall a really attractive bag. Very different from my usual style that you see behind me. That's the super minimal, super techy, black, gray, monochromatic kind of bags that I typically go for. This one's black, but the corduroy and the pop of color give it a lot of personality. So you have all these multicolored Yoshis on the front. You got green, yellow, red, purple, and blue. And it just reminds me of Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island and all of those games like Yoshi Cookie and all those awesome games for the Super Nintendo. I loved Mario Kart, the original. And there's just so many games that this reminds me of and makes me happy to see it. So I mentioned before that I've kept my Super Nintendo collection. It doesn't take up that much space, so as a minimalist, it doesn't bother me. Fits into one small box. And I do find myself playing it sometimes and just looking at the games, feeling them. With the advent of more digital gaming and digital marketplaces for gaming, I feel like we've lost a lot of that kind of nostalgia and the way it feels when you pick up a video game. You have it in your hand, a cartridge, it's heavy, it's real. I love it. And I wanted to kind of pretend like I was back in the early 90s and I'm going over to my buddy's house and we're gonna play Super Nintendo and hang out, and these are the things I would bring with me. So if you look at this bag here, like I said, you can see that nice corduroy exterior, the woven nylon strap, nice little buckle here. And if we go to this exterior small compartment, I'll start there. And when you're going to your buddy's house, especially when you're a kid, you always need to bring some snacks with you. So I just have some fruit snacks because that would be my typical snack when I was a kid. Love fruit snacks. I'm kind of addicted to them. I got to stay away from them for the most part, or I'd eat the whole box. But that I'm definitely bringing with me. And that's it for the exterior compartment here. And then if we move to the interior, it has a nice spacious compartment on the inside. So I have my Raphael, the Ninja Turtle, my original action figure from when I was a kid. I love Raphael. He was always my favorite Ninja Turtle. I actually have a Raphael and Casey Jones from the original TMNT movie inside my PC case. I love the way the red RGB lighting lights down on them. It's like they're in a fight pose. So it's just a really cool way to accent the inside of my PC case. And if you're going over your friend's house, you may want to lay on the carpet, play with some Lincoln Logs, Legos, Connects, and bust out your favorite action figure, and he can be your hero in the scenarios that you create when you're laying on the carpet. A lot of my creativity came from those times when I was laying on the carpet, either by myself in my room or with friends. We were coming up with all these scenarios, and we would pick some of our villain characters to be the boss villains, and then we would have an assortment of heroes that would fight them, and maybe we would have a girl or an animal that we were trying to save from the villains. We'd build forts out of Lincoln Logs, Connects, Legos, whatever we had lying around. And it just brings back so many good memories. So I would definitely bring this with me over my buddy's house. Then I have my original Super Nintendo controller. Has a big crack down the middle. For some reason, I had inscribed one player on it, or 1P in pen. No idea why, I was a little kid. But this thing still works. Goes to show that Nintendo makes really great products, and they're super durable, and this has lasted, you know, it's been what, like 30 years or something now? Then to go with my controller, I bring one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. This is Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. This game holds such a special place in my heart because when I was a kid, there was one of those dumpy movie theaters near me. I think it was like $1.50 or $1 for the movies. Had the sticky floors. It was some old piece of crap movie theater. But they also had this attached arcade, and that's where I spent a lot of my time playing arcade games. Me and my dad would go there on Saturday or Sunday afternoons. We would play Turtles in Time, the Simpsons arcade game, the Terminator 2 game that had like the mounted Uzi on it. Really fun games. Sometimes I would hang out there when I was a kid and the older kids would beat the shit out of me in Mortal Kombat 2 because I sucked at it. Street Fighter 2. All these games hold such a special place in my heart and really kind of brought me into this world of technology as I was growing up, and my love for gaming, that's been kind of like a lifelong love. So this game means a lot to me. Really fun to play even to this day with 2 players. So highly suggest if you don't have this that you pick it up. Then to bring it a little bit more into the modern era, I have my Anbernic RG35XXH emulation gaming console. This has 2 SD card slots. It's got USB-C, it's got a mini HDMI out, a lot of cool buttons, analog sticks, and a D-pad. And this is just my favorite little portable gaming console. I bring this with me when I travel a lot. And I can play Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx, Atari, whatever I want. It goes all the way up to, I think, like PlayStation and Dreamcast level games as far as what it can handle with its specs. And I highly suggest you pick this up if you want a good portable gaming emulation console. Then lastly in here, I just have a little coloring book in case I got bored over my buddy's house or he was doing something or his mom made him do chores or something. I have this nice little coloring book. It has all these different food items. You got like a cocktail, you have coffee, you have bacon and eggs and a little piece of toast, a piece of cheese. It's just really fun to color in. It's a really good way to kind of meditate, relax, and have a little bit of creativity. And then to go along with that, I have a little mini colored pencil set. This has all different colors of colored pencils. It comes in a protective plastic case. And then the top of it has a little pencil sharpener built in. So if your tip goes bad, you have a good way to sharpen it. So that's what I would bring over to my buddy's house if it was a summertime morning and I wanted to go over for the day and we wanted to have a lot of fun together. I would have a video game, a controller, coloring book and colored pencils, a snack, and an action figure. And I think that fits exactly how I would live back then. It feels good to go back to that place sometimes. And when things are crazy in the world or things are moving at too fast of a pace, sometimes it's nice to focus on the past or your childhood or a place in your life where something good was happening and kind of remember it. And that was the point today. The one thing to mention about Toka is that I don't think they have licensing rights for things like Nintendo. So they have a ton of bags with like Pokemon and Yoshi and things like that on them. I don't think it's licensed, so they're technically bootleg, I think. But it still looks really nice. It looks like Yoshi. It fits in. It's 40 bucks, so I think it was worth it. And in terms of its fit on me, it fits just like any other sling would. You could also wear it around your waist if you're one of those people that really wants to live the 80s and 90s again, but I kind of like wearing it across my chest. And as far as how I would actually use this nowadays that I'm an adult, this would be great to bring to like a 90s party if you were going to one of those 90s dress-up parties, for a Halloween costume, for a Halloween party, going to an amusement park, walking around a boardwalk, or anything kind of more fun like a convention or things like that. Anything where you don't need to be business, you just want to be fun, this would fit in. And it's a great addition to my collection because it's a unique sling bag that I don't have anything like. So I think as far as my keep, give, donate, sell, although this isn't the most practical sling bag in existence and it has very limited use cases, I think the joy it sparks in me, the memories it brings to me, are worth every penny and worth the space in my collection. So I'm definitely going to put this in the keep pile. If you have any other unique slings that you'd like to recommend to me, please leave a comment below. Please like, comment, and subscribe in general because it helps the channel out a lot. If you want to pick up any of the gear that I've decided not to keep, check out my eBay link. If you want to check out any of my new merch that I recently just dropped, check out the link below. Thank you as always for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and really giving me attention and letting me know what you like, what you don't like, telling personal anecdotes, asking for advice. All those things mean the world to me, and I really hope you keep it up. And with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.